What's up, YouTube? Getting ready to go on a special journey. Headed down to the Virginia Beach area to pick up my sister. Today she gets her Tesla Model 3, so we're going to help her acquire her car, look it over, make sure everything looks great, get her on the road. Charged up to 100% last night, 99, close enough. It's going to take us about 3 hours. We're estimated to get there, let's see, with 23% charge. Of course, we're going to do much better than that. Let's get on this road. Cruising along, getting an average of 262 watt hours a mile. When we left, we were estimated to get there with 23%. We've already gotten that to 26. Just over 2 hours to go to our destination to pick up my sister, where we will then grab a bite to eat, get back in the car, and head to Richmond to pick up her Model 3. Just arrived in Virginia Beach to pick up my sister. On the way, we averaged 250 watt hours a mile, and that was over 197.5 miles. We left with 99%. We've arrived with 32%. We'll see how far back we can make it towards Richmond before we have to stop and supercharge when we get on the road here in a few minutes. Package acquired. Now it's time to get on the road and go pick up a Model 3.
Sure is.
How excited are you?
On the scale of 1 to ludicrous, I'd say we're at ludicrous now.
Nice. What do we need to do before we actually get on the road to get your car?
Stop at Starbucks.
Very important. We need to stop at Starbucks. Leaving here at Starbucks, we'll leave with 30%. We're going to make a quick stop in Norfolk for 15 minutes at the Supercharger, and then we are on the road to Tesla of Richmond. It's going to take us just over 2 hours to get there. And we are estimated to get there at 20%, but that's going to change based on how much we charge at Norfolk anyway. So we will keep an eye on things and let you know how it goes. So some things you want to know. When you're in the navigate menu and you have the list of places that you've been, you're occasionally probably going to want to clean it up. To clean it up, just swipe it off to that way. Right? You also have your favorites list. So when you want to add a favorite, you put it in there, and when it comes up with the pin, tap on the pin and hit the star.
Okay.
That'll give you the option to then save the favorite and name it, right? So we'll call this Richmond Tesla. Okay.
Yep.
So now that added it to my favorites.
Okay.
So in the favorites list, you have everywhere that you're favoriting.
Okay.
Right? So you can always choose from there where you want to go. Now, I have Sentry mode on the car. Under safety and security is where you have Sentry mode. And I've excluded any favorites from Sentry mode. You can exclude home and exclude work as well. So it won't record what's happening around your car when you're in those locations. So you're going to want to exclude some things sometimes, maybe not everything every time. So you have to think about that if you're doing Sentry mode with exclusions. Is it something you really want to exclude having Sentry mode on?
Okay.
Now you can always go in and just turn Sentry mode on when you want. So if you get there and it's a favorite, you can still manually do the Sentry mode for you.
Got it.
It's just going to exclude it by default.
Okay.
So something to think about.
Okay.
What else should we tell you about? You're going to have range anxiety. It's going to happen. You're going to have it, especially this first week.
Okay.
You're going to go drive somewhere. You're going to come home. You're going to be at some percentage. Go charge it. In a couple weeks, range anxiety will go away.
Okay.
You're going to have range anxiety next weekend when you come up.
Okay.
Just put in the destination. You can pick the Supercharger along the way like I did coming here, right? I wanted to stop at the other one, and I said, no, I know we can make it to this one. You can manually pick it on the map because you'll learn over time what your car is actually capable of. Tesla's going to be very conservative on our road trip picking a Supercharger.
Okay.
So just pay attention. The other thing to keep in mind once you're driving then is to look at your energy graph and how well you're doing. Right? You'll see when you're on a trip, it'll show you the projected. You always want to get better than that projection by paying attention to your consumption here. When you do get your hard drive, that's what you need for Sentry mode.
Right.
It's under safety and security when you plug it in, and you'll format the USB device when you plug it in.
Okay.
That'll enable Sentry mode, and then you can choose dash cams if you want.
Okay.
You want dash cam. To view dash cam clips, You hit on it while you're driving. If you hit it, it'll save the current footage. You can launch the viewer and see all the saved clips. Saves it for the last hour. When you hit the button, it saves the last 10 minutes.
Got it. Okay.
So this is what it's been recording the last hour for us.
Gotcha.
And you can choose which camera you want to see bigger.
Okay.
You might not be able to turn autopilot on your way home because it needs to calibrate the cameras at first.
Right.
Once it finishes calibrating, which it should do before you get home, you can pull over, stop, just put it in park, and then go in and enable autopilot.
It'll turn, the wheel thing will come up blue.
Yeah, you'll see the progress. It'll like go blue around it while it's doing its calibration. Mine was ready to go when I first got the car.
Really?
There was no calibration, so there was that. Driving, you get to choose your stuff. Make sure you put stopping mode in hold.
Right.
Regenerative braking on standard.
Mm-hmm.
In your autopilot settings, choose your speed limit offset when you turn it on by default.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's plus 5 miles per hour. It's on highways. Lane departure avoidance, I find that drives me insane.
Okay.
Telling you that you're going to lane when you're just regular driving.
Okay.
Emergency, that's good to have. It's when you've gone out of the lane on an unexpected occasion, it's going to tell you.
Okay.
So your AC controls are under this fan here.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hit the fan, it's going to come up and it's going to turn it on by default just because you hit it.
Okay.
If you want to leave it on when you get out of the car, just hit on. You can do dog mode or camp mode and just choose that. And it'll keep it timing on when you're out of the car.
Okay.
This is going to turn it off in the back seat. The blue indicates that it's on.
Okay.
So it gives Will air.
Okay.
Now you remember that you can adjust
Right.
your vent that way.
How do you make it like less air?
If you want to get out of auto mode, you can change the fan speed yourself and then
Gotcha. Okay.
go back and put on recirculate and
Okay.
the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
I'm a fan of the auto. I think that's it for now. We finally made it to Tesla in Richmond, where we just picked up the new Model 3.
Yay!
As you can see, the excitement is here. It's real. Can actually reach out and touch the car now. We've just finished filling out the paperwork, looking over the car. Everything looks great. We're gonna transition to the inside of the car here in a second and take a look and make sure everything's all set up and ready to go down the road. We did already add the 3D Max Spider floor mats and the Tesla tire inflation kit to the car because I don't want her stranded on the side of the road at any point. So let's hop inside the car and take a look. So like I was saying, we already added the 3D Max Spider mats to the floor because might as well start protection from the first day. We still have the North American spec screen protector on the vehicle. That's coming off pretty quickly here. When she gets home, she might throw her Abstract Ocean
Yep.
screen protector on the car. We have the vinyl wrap at home.
Yep.
When she comes up next weekend, we will be wrapping the piano black. Wrapping the dash as well?
Yep.
Wrapping the dash as well. I like to hear that. Okay. First thing we're going to do is get rid of this miles. We want to do percentage here.
Do we?
We do. We want to start that from this first day.
Oh,
Just get used to it. Miles mean nothing anymore.
I'm nervous about the
Why?
percent.
All right. So there you go. Energy. Boom. You have 99% charge there. Look at that. Feels good, doesn't it? All right. We have to name it.
Oh boy.
Oh, the big step of naming the vehicle. What are we going to name it? What are we going to name it?
Snickers.
I think watching the video, you already have an idea of what we're naming it. The getaway car. Nice. I like it. And look, you come with 2020.32.3. So good, you're only the one rev behind of 2020.36. You'll probably get that here in a couple of days. Okay. We want to set up your profile. We might not be able to do that yet because it's still waiting to finish delivery here. Okay, now you get to set your positions of everything. Go ahead and close your door. Okay, now you want to do the steering wheel.
That was pretty good.
Okay, hit save. Nice. Okay. Now, you can close that. Okay, go back into your settings menu. And you want to go to locks, I believe. And you want to add your phone as a key.
It's not gonna let me.
Okay, so once it's active in your app there, you'll come back to the same section and choose it to add as a key. You'll finish the setup there, which you'll have to tap your key card here.
Right.
When you do it.
Yeah.
And then you can assign it to the driver. You're the only one driving the car, but you'll just assign it to your driver that way. So we're just taking it for a quick spin around the block just to make sure she's used to it before I let her go. She says the regen isn't responsive as much as you expected. So I was just explaining to her that when you're up at the top end of your charge, it doesn't do regen because there's nowhere to actually shove the electrons. So when you see all these dots here, that shows you that you don't have regen available to you yet.
Okay.
When those dots disappear, the regen will get full. So as it slowly dips away and this line gets more solid, you'll get more regen capabilities.
Got it. Okay.
Also, we have the steering wheel with the blue circle around it, like we were talking about, where it's training the autopilot camera. So it's just calibrating here, so autopilot will be active. It's also still in scheduled delivery mode, so we don't have the premium connectivity active yet, but that should be done here in a few minutes, hopefully. So we took a little spin around the block. What do you think?
I love it already.
Everything you hoped and dreamed for?
Yes.
And then some?
Worth it.
Worth it.
The wait.
Ooh. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the car, and some people wonder, is it worth it? And we say it's worth it. She just ripped the plastic off the screen. It's now officially hers. Yes! She does have a screen protector she's contemplating putting on when she gets home. I have mixed feelings on a screen protector, but it's not my car, so she's able to do what she wants.
I think the fingerprints and the glare will drive me nuts.
Okay. Well, we'll see what it looks like next week once you have that on. Here it is, a brand new Tesla Model 3. It's a sharp looking car. Just stopped in Glen Allen, Virginia to supercharge for the trip home. I was filling up my water bottle. I keep a big water bottle, a Yeti, in the trunk, so I was filling up my smaller one for the car. And behind the car, hanging from the tree, was this blue Tesla Model S Hot Wheels car. Part of a Tesla caching series. This is codependent. You scan the QR code on the back, track where you've picked it up, and then you take it to another Tesla supercharger and drop it off. So we'll take it on another adventure soon and try to get this further along. We just got enough charge to make it home, and we are going to hit the road. Right, bud?
Right.
Just arrived back home, and that's a wrap. We've traveled 420 miles exactly, averaging 259 watt hours a mile and using 109 kilowatt hours of the battery. We made pretty good consumption on the way home, averaging 247 over the last 30 miles. We did pretty good on the way home. We were estimated to get here with what, 26 or so percent. We made it with 29%.
Day one with the car, and I absolutely love everything about it. I am so happy that I got it finally. Definitely worth the wait, but so I am taking it for its first supercharge today. We're at the Norfolk Janif supercharger, and we're gonna charge it up. I'm at 33% right now, feeling slightly range anxiety, only because, you know, I'm taking it over to a friend's house today. We're gonna show it off a little bit. Maybe we want to go for a drive, so I just wanted to make sure that I had enough battery. I don't have a charger at home, so luckily I have plenty of chargers around that I can use. Let's go. Just plugged the car in. This is a pretty busy charging station, so there weren't any empty like stalls Charging at 62 kilowatts right now, 30 minutes. So gonna hang out here, probably go and see about some entertainment, charge it up. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to log into YouTube, it's not working, but the point of this is I'm thinking I really need that screen protector on because I can see every fingerprint and every smudge, and it's driving me nuts. So I think we'll just do that instead. Figure out YouTube later. Well, I got the screen protector on, and it is the matte one from Abstract Ocean. It was pretty easy to install. Came with this guide that you just pop on, and it just sections itself to the screen, so I didn't really have to do too much. It's supposed to cut down on glare, and looking at the screen myself, I don't really see any, but I can see it in the camera. I can also still kind of see fingerprints, but I think it's better than it was before. And we are almost done charging. We're up to 78%. Looking at about 5 more minutes here. So we just finished charging. That didn't take long at all, and I had stuff to do like sign into my accounts and stuff and put the screen protector on anyway, so I think it only took about 30 minutes, and it looks like 696 was our total. We're at 86% right now, so I feel pretty good. Definitely worth the wait.